What's up guys, Learning with Rich here. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to duplicate an existing floor plan view to create our dock plan view. And then after that, I'm gonna show you how to change the properties of the new view by applying a view template. Alright, so let's do this. So we are going to duplicate the level 1 floor plan to create a level 1 dock plan. So as you can see, I have here my HVAC design floor plans level 1. So that's my current view. Okay, so if you want to have this exercise file, you can go check out the video description, and then from there you can avail the exercise file that I'm using, or you can also apply these steps to your actual project. Okay, so let us now start duplicating. So here on my level 1, so I'm going to right click that, and then you will now see here duplicate view, and then you have three options here. So you have duplicate, duplicate with detailing, and then duplicate as a dependent. So when you say duplicate, it will only duplicate the model elements. So there's no annotation or detailing. So if you use duplicate with detailing from the name itself, duplicate with detailing, so it will include the detailing. And we are going to have a separate topic for duplicate as a dependent option. So for now, I'm going to select here duplicate. Okay, because we only want the model elements that are included in the original view. So we do not want to show any detail here. Okay. Now the next thing is here's the duplicate. That's the current open view. So I'll just right click that, and then I'm gonna change the name. Okay, and then I'll call this level 1 HVAC duct plan. Then enter. Okay, so now for this one, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a view template. Okay, so to do that, I can just right click the level 1 HVAC plan, and then I can select here apply template properties. So I can select this one, and then it will open up apply view template dialog box, and from here you can see you can change the discipline filter here, which by default is set to all, but you can select the other discipline here specifically if you want. Okay, and you can also change here the view type filter. So right now it shows only the floor plans, structural plans, and area plan in this view. But if you want to change that to see the other view template for the 3D views, so you can select 3D views, and then you have here uh, 3D templates, and then you also have ceiling plans, you have elevation sections and detail views, and then the floor, structural, and area plans. Okay, so just to give you an idea, I'm going to cancel this one. So view template, if you go to the view, you can find here the view template. And then if you hover up your pointer, so it says here, it creates, edits, or applies standardized settings to views. So view template is very important when setting up your project because we can use this to standardize the settings of our views. A view template is a collection of view properties such as view scale, discipline, detail level, and visibility settings that are common for a view type. So we use the view templates to standardize the settings for a views in a project. Okay, so this is very important. So now what I'm going to do, instead of creating a view template, I'll just use the view template that is already available in this project. So that's why I'll just right click this, and then I'm going to apply a view template using apply template properties. So let's select this one. Okay, and then after that, here on my floor structural area plan, so I'm going to select here the HVAC duct plan documentation. So this is the view template that I want to apply in this view. As you can see, after I click this one, this is the view properties on the right side. So this is the settings of my HVAC duct plan documentation. Okay, so it's here. So as you can see here, for example, the discipline is mechanical. So what will happen? So once I apply these properties or this view property or this view template to this floor plan, it will be placed under mechanical discipline. Okay. And then it will be placed under mechanical discipline and then subdiscipline HVAC duct. Because right now it's under design and then HVAC design, and then that's our HVAC duct plan, right? So what I want is I want this view to be under mechanical and then subdiscipline HVAC duct. Okay? So right. So I'm going to select apply properties, and there you go. So after I applied it, so you can now see that my level 1 HVAC duct plan is now on my discipline mechanical, and then the subdiscipline each is HVAC duct. Okay, and then the view classification here is documentation. So that's why you can see it's now under documentation. Okay, because we already applied this view template property. So I'm just going to select here OK, and there you go. You see, it's now different settings of view. So originally, this is where we have copied this view. So if I open that view, see, it's different. So our level 1 here under the design coordination HVAC design. So you will notice the duct here has a color. But right after we apply the HVAC duct documentation template, which is this one, you can see that it becomes like this. So the color is now different. Okay? So that's how we duplicate our plan views and apply view template. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create dependent view. Okay, so if you remember, when we right-click our level 1 and then expand our duplicate view, we have 3 options here. So one of the option is duplicate as a dependent. Okay, so that is what we're going to do next. Okay. All right, so we're going to duplicate a view to create dependent views. Okay, so this one, our level 1 HVAC duct plan, I'm going to right click this, and then I'm going to select here duplicate as a dependent. Okay, so let's click this, and then as you can see, it's now created, and you will notice that it's under the main view HVAC duct plan. So this is the parent, and then this is the child. All right, so this is the dependent. So I'm going to right click this, and then I'm going to call it level 1 HVAC duct plan. Maybe I'll just call this _A. Enter. There you go. Okay, and then using the same method, we are going to create B and C. So let's right click, duplicate as a dependent. All right, so this one, right click, rename. Okay, so that's my B. Right click again, the parent, duplicate as a dependent. Okay, right click, rename. So let's call this C, and then enter. So now that we have 3 dependent views, so this is the original view, and then we have 3 dependent views. So we are going to create match lines. Okay, so where is this match line? So if you go to the view tab, you can see here match line. So what is match lines? Match lines are used with dependent views to delineate splits in a large floor plan. So you crop a dependent view to show only the area marked by the match line. Okay? And then as you can see there on the definition, so it adds match lines to indicate where a view is split. Use the object styles dialog to customize the look of the match lines by editing the line weight, color, and pattern, which is what we are going to do later on. Okay, so let us create our match line. So I'm going to activate my level 1 HVAC dock plan. So I'm going to put a match line here. So let's select the match line. Let's click this one. Okay. And then after that, I'm going to create using this line tool here. So let's create our match line. So probably I'll just put match line here just below grid C. So that's my first match line. Okay. Then I'm going to escape. Okay, and then I'm going to create another match line. So maybe below here. Okay, so just above grid H. Okay, so here. Escape. All right, and then after that, you can press escape or you can select modify here to terminate the tool. And then after that, select check to finish creation of our match line. All right, so let's click that one and there you go. So we just created now our match line. So this is our parent view, right? So if I go to HVAC duct plan A, I can see also there the match line that I have created. Same with the other dependent B. See the match line, that one, and then that one, and then HVAC duct plan C. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the match line. So I'm going to modify the match line. All right. So to do that, so again, going back to my parent view, the level 1 HVAC duct plan. So I'm going to select the match line and then I'm going to right click and then there's an option here, override graphics in view. Okay. Right. So let us see if we can find another options here. So let's select and then there are no other options here that will allow us to modify our match line. Okay, the view settings. So aside from the constraint, but I want to modify this one, the view style. So I'm going to select the match line, right click, and then there's the override graphics in view. So I'm going to select here by element. So let's click here by element. All right, and then after that, we are going to modify the pattern here. So you can see the projection lines there. So the pattern, I'm going to select here double dash. Where's my double dash? Double dash 3/8, maybe 5/8 of an inch. And then the color, so maybe I'm going to make that red. And then for the line weight, I'm going to change that to 11. So let's click that. There you go. And then let's select here OK to see how it looks like. So there you go. See, it's now updated here. Okay. Now, if you want to see the thickness of your match line, so you can turn off your thin lines here. You can type TL or you can click the thin lines tool. And then it will show us the true line weight in our view. Okay, so there you go. So there's now our model. Okay. So now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create a view reference. Okay, so to create the view reference, so let's go to tag. And then after that, I can select here tag by category. Wonder if we can, this one. So tag, annotate, and then tag, you can see here the view reference. Okay, so I'm going to select here view reference. All right. Okay, and then for the view type, so I'll just make sure related views is selected. Okay, and then for the target view, so I'm going to select here A. Okay. So maybe I'm going to put one here. So that's my reference. Okay, and then I'm going to add another reference maybe here. Okay, so let's select a view reference. So I'll try B. Wonder if I need to create this view reference. Anyway, so let me just try that one out. Okay, and then so this is my A. Okay, so I'll create another view reference, B. So maybe I'll put the B here. Okay, and then I'll create another view reference, C. So I'll put C here. Okay, and then we can change this later on. All right, so now what we are going to do, we're going to crop the view. Okay, so let us crop the view now. So let me just go to my level 1 HVAC dock plan A. Let's click this, right click by element. So I'll select here double dash 5/8 red color and then line weight 8 and then okay, there you go. And then make sure your crop region is turned on and then your crop view is activated. So I'm going to click this boundary and then I'm going to put one here. There you go. And then there you go. So we're going to modify later on our view reference. And then this one I'm going to move here. Maybe my view reference, I'll just move it up to here. That's the one. So that's my dock plan A. And then for my dock plan B, so I'm going to select this. So I'm going to move somewhere here. And then I'll click this one. I'll move it somewhere here. There you go. Then for my C, so let's click this one. Let's adjust it. So that's my C. Okay, so now this is my view reference. So I'm just going to check this one. All right, so that's my view reference B. All right, so that's fine. So that's my B reference. And then my B here. Okay, this one is the C. Okay, so that's the C view reference. So that's correct. And then this one should be A. So I click that one. So that's A. Okay, so that's my view reference A, meaning the view here. So that's your reference HVAC dock plan A. Okay, and then for the dock plan A, so let's see the view reference, which is this one. This should be B. So let's check that one. So that's B. So meaning to say the view here is reference to level 1 HVAC dock plan B. Okay. So now, the next thing that I'm going to do is we're going to insert this inside the title block. Okay, inside the title block. So let's move the slider down. And then there are views or title blocks here that is already created. So I'm going to double click the north. So this is where we are going to put our HVAC plan A. And then here is B. And then here is C. Okay, so let me open up the first floor north HVAC duct. And then I'm going to drag and drop my plan A. There you go. And then and take note of this one. As you can see, it's empty at the moment, but later on, it will populate with view. Don't worry. So let me now open my first floor middle HVAC title block, and then I'll drag B. Okay, so let's put here. There you go. Let me just adjust it nicely. Probably I'll double click this one to activate the view and adjust this. Okay. And then right click, deactivate view. So that's how you activate your title block without going to the actual floor plan. So if you double click this, it's like you already double click the actual floor plan wherein you can edit the view. Okay. Right click and deactivate view. Okay, then let's go back. Let's go to the first floor south HVAC. Let's drag C. All right. Then let me just adjust the crop boundary. Let me double click inside, and then I click the crop boundary, adjust it. There you go. And then just right click, deactivate view, click the view. You can use the arrow on your keyboard to move, and then you can also adjust that there. And then you will notice here, if we check our reference view, see our reference view now is saying this upper portion, you can find it on your sheet M202, which is this one, because that is our HVAC duct plan. So let's double click that, and then let's see also the reference. So what that means is any view here, you can find it on M203, which is this one here. So that's a view reference. And then if you look at the other view here, view reference, so now it tells us M201. So meaning to say there are still view here, which can be found on M201 sheet, which is this one here. Okay, so it's a view reference. And then on our A plan, you can see it tells us that there is a view here below, and that view can be found on M202, which is this one. Okay, so let us modify our match line. So let's just double click inside the view, and then click the match line, right click, override view. Okay, I'll just use by element. So double dash 58, color red, and then 8. Okay, there you go. There you go. And then let's go to our C. All right, so let's double click inside the viewport, and then select match line, right click, override by element, pattern, double dash 58, color red, and then weight is 8. Okay, there you go. And that's it. Okay, so basically that's how you use your match line. Okay, and duplicate as a dependent. So these are now all our views. So in this exercise here, we were able to learn how to duplicate a view and then apply view template. And then after that, for these 3 views here, so we were able to learn how to use duplicate as a dependent. Okay, and then how to use our match line. Okay. So hopefully you learned something from this video. Again, if you want to use this exercise that I'm using exactly, you can refer to the video description, and from there you can avail the exercise file. There's a link there, or you can apply this to your actual project. So thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.